Welcome back, Devils fans, and maybe some Canucks fans and hockey fans at large. It is your host, Ace, here on Running with the Devils, where we are talking New Jersey Devils hockey all year long. Please hit that subscribe button, smash the like, share with a friend. Thank you very much. And tonight is a big game for the New Jersey Devils as they are in Vancouver to take on the Canucks. And the big storyline coming out of this game is that this is, in fact, HUGHES BOWL number 2, the second installment where we will see Jack and Luke Hughes suited up for the New Jersey Devils against big brother Quinn Hughes of the Vancouver Canucks. And there's a whole backstory. This has kind of been beaten to death, and it's going to be a big story every time these two teams play and all of the brothers are in the lineup. But for those of you that need a refresher or maybe are new to the sport, the Hughes brothers have been groomed to be hockey players since they were children. They grew up playing and around the game. Both of their parents, Jim and Ellen Hughes, played hockey at different levels throughout their collective lives. And the boys grew up playing hockey from a very, very young age. You see the boys here with their parents on a rink when Luke looks like he's maybe 3 or 4. Penguins jerseys on. I believe they both have on Sidney Crosby jerseys. It's crazy how good Sid has been for so long. It just goes to show all these years ago, these kids are wearing his jersey, and he's still on top of his game today. Here are the Hughes brothers, a little bit older at a Winter Classic featuring the Maple Leafs. And here they are even a little bit older while Jack is playing for the USA development team. Luke playing youth hockey for the Little Caesars, and obviously Quinn at the University of Michigan at the time. In 2018, Quinn was picked 7th overall by the Vancouver Canucks. And the following season, Jack Hughes was selected number 1 overall by the New Jersey Devils. And there you see all of the brothers on Jack's draft day moments after the selection was announced. Jack putting on his New Jersey Devils sweater for the very first time. A young babyface Jack Hughes there. And there's Jack with everybody looking all happy on the stage. Number 1 overall pick to the New Jersey Devils. And 2 years later, the youngest Hughes brother, Luke Hughes, drafted 4th overall by the New Jersey Devils, sending him to the Garden State where he will play with one of his older brothers, Jack. And this might be the happiest moment of Jack Hughes' life, or at least the happiest moment ever captured in a photo. Jack was jumping up and down, jumping all over Luke. He was absolutely jacked up when this was announced. You could just see pure joy in Jack's face as he learns little brother Luke will be joining him on the New Jersey Devils. There's the Hughes brothers all holding up the fingers, or finger in Jack's case, of the number they were selected overall. Jack, number 1, Luke with the 4, and Quinn with 7. Which brings us to December 5th, 2023, for the first ever HUGHES BOWL in Vancouver when the Devils were there to play the Canucks. The very first time all 3 Hughes brothers will be playing in the same NHL game. It was a very big deal. Lots of media, a lot of hoopla surrounding this one. It was a very good game. And for those of you that might remember, Devils fans, the MSG broadcast was interviewing Luke Hughes via satellite because they weren't there. So the lovely Erica Wachter, we miss her dearly. Shout out to Erica Wachter, former host for your New Jersey Devils, was interviewing him via satellite from the studio in either New York or New Jersey, and there was a problem with the microphones and the headset and whatever else, and Luke was standing there for an extended period of time, and finally he got fed up and let some colorful language go on a hot mic. If you didn't see that, I will put a link in this description to the video where you could see Luke on the hot mic while waiting for the interview with Erica Wachter. One of the funniest moments I could recall in Devils history, to be quite honest. It was hilarious. I was dying laughing when it happened live, and I laugh every time I watch the video. It was pretty funny, so check out the link in the description for that. And the Devils ultimately pull this one out, winning the first HUGHES BOWL by a score of 6-5, and all of the Hughes brothers were on the score sheet that night. Jack had a goal and 2 assists. Luke Hughes had a goal. Quinn Hughes also had an assist. What an exciting game. I'm sure Jim and Ellen Hughes were very proud of their boys, as this was a full circle moment for them, raising these kids as the young hockey players, and to see them continue on through the ranks and finally all be playing in the same NHL game. And beyond that, all of them got on the score sheet. I can't imagine how excited they were at the end of this one. And the NHL could not help themselves with all the hype that was around that game and the hype of the brothers, all of them stars in their own right. The Hughes trio graced the cover of NHL 25. And you see here the deluxe edition, one of the photos from the photo shoot of the Hughes brothers in a locker room set up there. Shout out to all my gamers out there. I bought a copy as a collectible, but I retired from playing games a long time ago. They got way too complicated for me, and I just suck at them now. I was more of a fan when it was very basic. Pass, shoot, check, that sort of thing. Now with the sticks and the sensitivity, it's too much for an old man like myself, but I do like watching other people play from time to time. But now we get to the Hughes Bowl 2, which will happen tonight. We look at the story behind this one. The Vancouver Canucks currently in third place in the Pacific Division with a 4-1-3 record with 11 points, with a points percentage of .688. Looking to continue their decent start, and they would love to get a win at the expense of Jack and Luke Hughes in this matchup. The New Jersey Devils, through 12 games played with a 6-4-2 record, 14 points, a points percentage of .583, finally snapped a 4-game losing streak with a nice 6-2 victory at home the other night against the Anaheim Ducks. Devils are looking to ride that momentum into this Western Canada road trip, keep the good times rolling, and hopefully put together a nice little mini winning streak, if you will. It's been a long time since the boys have won 4 in a row, and sweeping this Canada trip would be phenomenal. I've talked about this in a video earlier yesterday, but 2 out of 3 would be a pretty solid showing for the Devils, but I'm greedy and I'm hoping they get all 3. We look at the stats for the Canucks players, and you see some usual suspects here. Brock leading the way with 5 goals and 4 assists for 9 points through 8 games played. JT Miller with 4 goals and 5 assists for 9 points through the 8 games played. And there's Quinn Hughes through the 8 games played for the Canucks, 2 goals and 6 assists for 8 points. And you can see I'm not going to read the whole list, but you can see the rest of the list there. The Canucks have some real skill. They have a lot of talented players. The Devils are going to have to really tighten up their defense and keep these guys under control because they can be dangerous. And this Canucks team cannot be slept on. They are definitely dangerous. They're going to be looking to win this one for Quinn for bragging rights over his brothers. And we look at the New Jersey Devils stats. Leading the charge, the captain, Nico Hischier, with 12 points in 12 games played from 9 goals and 3 assists. Currently leading the league. This man has been doing it all. He's been on absolute fire. Don't know what happened to this guy over the summer, but he's come back this season on an offensive tear, just sniping goals from all over the place, looking like a newborn player. I mean, he's been a very good player for the past several years, but this season something has come over him, and it looks like he's on a mission to score a lot more, and he's doing just that. This could be the year that he finally gets that Selke trophy he's deserving of. After Nico Hischier, we have Jesper Bratt with 12 points with 2 goals and 10 assists, followed by Stefan Nason with 5 goals and 6 assists for 11 points. Timo Meier also at 11 points, coming from 4 goals and 7 assists. And Jack Hughes with 10 points in the first 12 games, 3 goals and 7 assists for Jack, and then the list goes on. Paul Cotter, 6 goals and 2 assists for 8 points through 12 games played, and what an absolute steal by Tom Fitzgerald this summer. Shout out to Fitzy. So many great moves were done in the offseason, and one of the best might be Paul Cotter. I mean, underutilized in Vegas, he comes to New Jersey, and he's been just an absolute treat for Devils fans. He can play up and down the lineup. It seems like for now he's found a home on the third line alongside Eric Halla and Stefan Nason, and they are probably the best third line in the league. And if not the best, definitely one of the best. But they've been on an absolute tear. Halla with 4 goals and 4 assists for 8 points. And then you can see the rest of the list. I'll leave it up there for a second. I'm not going to read them all. But this New Jersey Devils team is getting scoring from all over the place. Defensemen have chipped in at times. Bottom 6 guys. Sometimes the top 6 guys are delivering, and it's just a well-balanced attack. You'd love to see it, and I've talked about it time and time again. To be a very good team in the regular season and to go on a deep playoff run, you need to get scoring from everywhere and not just rely on your top guns. There's been plenty of games this season where the top 6 were pretty quiet, and the depth, scoring, and defense either won the game or scored the goals for the Devils in some of those losses. But the well-balanced attack. You'd love to see it, and that's what depth can do for you, and it's showing now. In previous seasons, the Devils were very much reliant on their top two lines, and when they were shut down, effectively the Devils' offense was shut down. That is not the case this year. If the top six is a little quiet in some games, those guys like Nason, Cotter, they could get it going, and they could get on the score sheet. And so it's a definite improvement from last season, a very good one indeed, and hopefully one of the many things that will be improved upon as this New Jersey Devils season continues on. Very excited for the game tonight. It's going to be a late one. For those of you that are very daring or super night owls, I will be doing the post-game live, which will probably start at around 1:45 Eastern time. Oh, my God, 1:45 a.m. for a post-game live. But I'm sure some of you will make it there. Some of you are in different time zones as well, so if you're, on the West Coast or something, it's not as terrible for you as us East Coast residents. But if you're new to the channel, check out some of the videos I posted in the past couple weeks. A lot of interesting stuff on there. And yeah, I'm jacked up for this game. Let me know what you guys thought about anything I said in this video. Who do you think is going to win tonight? Who do you think is going to score? Anything, everything New Jersey Devils hockey, throw it out there in the comments. I love talking to you all. And hopefully this is a start of something special for the Devils. We've seen the Western Canada road trip the past couple seasons go pretty favorably for the Devils. They went 3-0 on this trip in that 22-23 season 2 years ago. And last year they went 2-1 against these three teams on that trip. So in the last 2 years against these three teams on the road, the New Jersey Devils are 5-1. Hopefully they could keep that success going and start a little winning streak to come back to New Jersey with. I would absolutely love to see it, but I'll be back soon. Thank you for watching. I love you all. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Until next time, friends, let's go.